Oh, okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I know many of you you've traveled from far away. Some of you have gotten off a plane from Leiden. Some of you have just come here from Japan. There were a lot of conferences going on this summer. So congratulations, you made it. That, I think, it deserves a round of applause in itself. So at this Cool Stars, we're not only celebrating the 22nd edition of this meeting, but we're also celebrating the brand new creation of the Astronomy and Astrophysics Department here at UC San Diego. So an interesting fact, when the School of Physical Sciences was first created in 1958, there were 4 departments: biology, chemistry, biochemistry, mathematics, and physics. Astronomy and astrophysics is the first new department since the inception of physical sciences in 1958. So it's a huge amount of work to build that department. And then we also decided to host Cool Stars in parallel with that. So I just want to thank everyone on the SOC, the LOC, for all the hard work that they put into this. Thank you very much, and I will applaud you. So I just finished my first year as an assistant professor, faculty, and some people who were here, much wiser than myself, more senior, might say, it's not a great idea to host a major conference your first year as faculty. And honestly, I'm here to tell them, yes, you are absolutely right. I would have made different life choices 2 years ago, but it sounded like a good idea at the time. So thank you all for being here. I've been in San Diego almost my whole life. I was an undergrad here. I finished my grad here. I was a postdoc here. Now I'm faculty here. I love this community. I love the city. I love everything about UC San Diego. I got to build this with Adam Burgasser and Quentin Konopacki. They're my absolute besties in science. So I just want to say thank you to both of you. I really appreciate everything that you have done. Heidi, who's in the front, I just want to give a special thanks to her. She helped me with so many of the logistics for this conference. So, if you love what has happened, let me know. I'll let her know. And if you hate anything you see, just go let her know that, okay? So my first Cool Stars was Cool Stars 18, and that was chaired by Gerard, which is somewhere out here. All right. So, it was wonderful to see Gerard conduct it as a maestro. It was beautifully. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the meeting. Nothing happened behind the scenes. And only people who have hosted a Cool Stars know exactly what I'm saying. But, that was my first Cool Stars. And someday you might be hosting your first Cool Stars. So I'm really speaking to kind of the next generation of astronomers, astrophysicists here who are going to go on to be the future of the field. So I just want to say, look around the room. This is your community. These are your people. Talk to them, get to know them, talk to them about their journeys, their sciences. We're a pretty tight-knit group. This has been going on for over 40 years now, and I don't think that would be possible if we didn't want it to continue as a community of people interested in cool stars, brown dwarfs, and planets. Okay, so now just a couple logistical things. When we do the Q&A sessions, it's questions. So try to keep comments here in yourself, okay? And just let the questions out and be respectful. So the other thing I want to remind everyone is that we have a code of conduct here. It's on the website if you need a reminder. Basically, you just treat everybody as a human being the way you would want to be treated, unless you like to be treated poorly, and then don't do that, whatever it is, okay? All right, and then I'm going to welcome Adam up because he has a few acknowledgements he would like to give. Okay, they can't hear us on the Zoom.
Right.
Test.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Okay, was it off the whole time?
Okay, Chris, just say that all over.
Say the whole thing over again, yeah.
It's all been recorded. It's okay. It'll be up on YouTube someday.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. Hauka. Inyakuan. Hello and good morning. We take this moment at the start of our conference to acknowledge the ancestral people who have and continue to maintain traditional knowledge and stewardship of the region we now call Southern California and Northern Baja Mexico, the Kumeyaay people. The Kumeyaay community cosmology encompasses the sky, the land, and the sea. And I've been fortunate to learn from our Kumeyaay scholars here at UCSD, Stan Rodriguez and Michael Connolly Mishquish, that these here in San Diego, and particularly here in La Jolla, are where these three elements of Kumeyaay cosmology meet, and is therefore a source of both creation and knowledge. And therefore, we hope that this conference is also the same. Our communities hold great respect for this land and the original people of this area, where our campuses are located. Both UC San Diego and San Diego State University are built on the unceded territory of the Kumeyaay Nation. Today, the Kumeyaay people continue to maintain their political sovereignty and cultural traditions as vital members of the San Diego community. We acknowledge their tremendous contributions to our region, and we thank them for their stewardship. We also pause at this point to recognize and acknowledge the labor upon which our country, state, and institutions, including this institution, are built. We remember that our country is built on the labor of enslaved people who were kidnapped and brought to the US from the African continent, and recognize the contribution of their survivors. We also acknowledge all immigrant labor, including voluntary, involuntary, trafficked, forced, and undocumented peoples who have contributed to the building of this nation and continue to serve within our labor force. We further acknowledge all unpaid caregiving labor. To the people who contributed this immeasurable work and to their descendants, we acknowledge our and their indelible mark on this space in which we gather today. It is our collective responsibility to critically interrogate these histories, to repair harm, and to honor, protect, and sustain this land. Now, at this point, I just want to remind everyone that the restrooms are around the corner. So if you go out this door or out the back, downstairs in the first floor, you can find the restrooms there. Emergency exits are out this entrance and also in the back. I feel like I'm a flight attendant. If there's an emergency, you will hear sound playing, and just go ahead and gather out and meet up in the parking lot that's over there. That's our gathering points. At this point, I'd like to hand it over to our first Scott Wilk, who's going to organize our first plenary. Great, thank you.